are you holding other fighters accountable, like Floyd, for example? I mean, Floyd doesn't even know his opponent's name, so are you holding him accountable too? That Floyd should still be fighting people that, you know, he at least people that know that his opponent's name and stuff. Are you saying the same thing?
Hold on. A couple of things. Number one, last time I checked, Floyd retired. These are exhibitions that he have. I don't even count these. Floyd will tell you that himself. When Floyd, you know, I didn't count Conor McGregor as a boxing match. That was a damn exhibition. I ain't paying no attention to that with Floyd. No way on earth. Not at all. That's number one. Number two, here's where you have to give Floyd his respect. He's a pioneer from the standpoint of his willingness to buy himself out of the contract with Top Rank, free himself up, and not be a prisoner to the promoter. So albeit in a different kind of fashion that Jake is doing it to some degree, Floyd's a pioneer in that regard. And the kind of thing that Jake is taking to another level, Floyd initiated. Julia, that is true.
I understand he initiated, but do you think it tarnishes his name to now be taking these bullshit I can't even say it. No, you don't think it does at all?
No. Here's the reason why. He's retired. Number one. Number two, he had already proved himself as a world champion, made a whole boatload of money. He got $700 million in 2 fights, for crying out loud. He did all of that stuff. Then he retired, and he's announced that essentially these are exhibitions. He's just having fun with it because he's getting old. He's 45 years old now, and he did what he came to do. That's entirely different than a 25-year-old on the come up, knocking people out. Okay? I mean, that's entirely different ballgame, dude. It's not the same.
Floyd still stepping into the ring for exhibitions, even as recently as this past weekend. It's clear that he might still need the cash. His reputation as one of the greatest boxers is secure, but it's becoming clear that financial issues might be catching up to him.
What's your definition of toy?
Well, private jet, Enzo, Bugatti. Let's walk over here. I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. It's a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys?
I haven't seen these?
No.
Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
And you got your drivers in New York?
Yeah.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Let me see what's the number. We go 300.
And you don't drive them.
It's close to 15 million. You're right. It's close to 15 million.
As for accountability, I've got to ask if other fighters, like Floyd, are being held to the same standards. For example, Floyd doesn't even know the names of some of his opponents. Shouldn't we be holding him to a higher bar, especially in terms of the caliber of opponents he's facing?
Ever. All right. Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on the regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself, what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares.
Let me clarify something. Floyd retired a long time ago. These exhibitions he's doing now aren't really official fights in my eyes. Floyd himself would say that, especially about the Conor McGregor fight, it wasn't a real boxing match, it was an exhibition. So, we shouldn't be paying too much attention to that.
Floyd Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for more.
However, one thing we can't deny is Floyd's legacy as a trailblazer. He was one of the first to break free from his contract with Top Rank, choosing to control his own career and financial future. This move, in its own way, paved the way for others like Jake Paul to take charge of their careers in a similar fashion. Floyd might be a pioneer in that sense, even though the path he's taking now looks a bit different.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose?
Nah,
What happened?
he didn't pay me. I wish you'd pay me.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You got it on you by any chance?
I have in Nigerian money. I'll give you 10 million in Nigerian money. That's about $1,100. So is that your only loss was Floyd?
No, I didn't lose. It was an exhibition, so there's no loser.
There's no loser in exhibition?
No.
So you both are winners? It's like a tie. That's not a good feeling. It's like tongue kissing your sister or something. Not a great feeling.
When asked whether Floyd Mayweather's current exhibitions hurt his reputation, Stephen A. Smith doesn't think so. He explains that Floyd has already accomplished everything a fighter could dream of. He's a world champion, made an incredible amount of money, over $700 million from just 2 fights, and proved himself time and time again. At 45 years old, Floyd is.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Retired and now just enjoying himself with these exhibitions. According to Smith, this is completely different from a young fighter, like someone in their 20s, trying to make their mark by knocking out opponents. Floyd has done it all, and now he's just having fun.
Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care. I just want...
Smith also shares his first-hand experience of Floyd's lavish lifestyle, which includes his mansion, luxury cars, and private jet. Having seen Floyd's financial success up close, Smith has a unique understanding of the boxer's business acumen and how he manages his wealth. On a tour of Floyd's $1 million garage, Smith points out the
Logan Paul, he said you owe him some bread. How you feel about someone making those type of accusations?
That comes with the territory.
Right.
And you got to realize, when you used to getting, to them, that's real money. And I like YouTube because I don't mind getting a YouTube check.
Sure, okay? We getting a YouTube check.
Right.
This is going to be a big YouTube check.
Yeah, so, the money is not coming fast enough. That's why when they say money on the back end, as far as pay-per-view, it take a while. Right. And he shouldn't trip. If he feel like he done great numbers and we done record-breaking numbers, then I understand. Nothing comes right away. Just like I'm still collecting checks from fights 7 or 8 years ago. I'm still collecting checks. Why? Because I made smart moves and I'm my own boss. So they hate when a table is turned.
Right.
You know, look how many years they've been owing us money. But we don't never trip. So now when the table is turned, they say, oh, you owe us something. Be happy with the biggest payday you ever got.
Impressive collection of sports cars, including a $3.2 million Bugatti and a $1.6 million model. Smith notes that these cars are part of a collection that spans across several cities, including LA, Miami, and New York, showcasing the fruits of Mayweather's hard work and discipline.
First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete over Christian Ronaldo.
You think it's...
I know it is.
So if you had to guess, what do you think's the most Floyd ever made in a fight?
Oh, I think that he's probably made about 60 million before in one night. But no, there's 100 million, 130 million. They just didn't have. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
Do you think he blew through all of his money?
I'm claiming for you, he in his whole career has made about 100 million. People think he made 130 in a night. I'm sharing with you he didn't. No boxer's ever made 130 million in one.
When Stephen A. Smith asked Floyd why he drives different colored cars in different cities, Floyd joked that it's just him being a spoiled brat. Smith then pointed out that the 7 cars Floyd showed him are worth between $15 and $20 million, to which Floyd agreed, clarifying that the total value is closer to $15 million. It's clear that Floyd's taste in luxury is a big part of his lifestyle.
The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, flashing money, $1 million watches, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still f everybody up.
He does.
He's the only guy. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline.
I don't think he was doing drugs or drinking. He kept his...
Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying. It looked like he's partying, he's drinking water. And then he would have his driver drive, and with his pants on, jeans on, he would jog home. And the dude was always training, never got out of shape.
Dude, the jog home in jeans isn't the torture. The torture is sitting around a bunch of drunk people drinking water in a club. I jog home all night.
However, recently, some doubts have been raised about Floyd's financial claims. Floyd had previously shared on Instagram that he'd made a major investment, buying 6 apartment buildings in Manhattan, boasting that they were entirely his, with no partners involved. Yet, Business Insider reported that there's no evidence these properties actually belong to Floyd. In fact, the ownership of the buildings remains unchanged, and they don't appear to be his. This has left many questioning why Floyd would make such a bold claim that seems to be untrue.
Let's talk about this picture of Mayweather in Dubai that's going viral. Here's the backstory. According to Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather is being held hostage in Dubai over unpaid debts. Boxing agent Rick Glazer confirmed Davis's comments by saying Floyd is desperately trying to work things out with Dubai's court system. And that's why my comment, blink twice if you're stuck there, on this post is getting a lot of attention. Mayweather still hasn't addressed the situation, so stay tuned.
This latest story about Floyd revolves around a $400 million property deal in New York. Floyd had publicly discussed acquiring 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan, but Business Insider has contradicted this claim, stating there's no proof the sale ever went through. Floyd had posted a video on Instagram where he proudly shared his love for real estate, suggesting that he was expanding his investments. However, it now seems the story may not be what it appeared to be.
In my opinion, Tank is the best fighter in the entire world. He's in another terrific opportunity on June the 15th to go out there and show you guys why he's the top dog.
Just out of curiosity, bro, you said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying, again, Tank's that guy. And for all the guys out there in the weight class and around the weight class, he's coming to get each and every one of you guys.
Floyd Mayweather recently made waves by claiming to have purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City, posting a video to show off the properties. He proudly declared that all the buildings, along with the retail spaces below, were fully his, with no partners involved. However, the story has become a bit more complicated. While Floyd's claims raised some eyebrows, a closer look suggests that he might not own all of the properties outright.
Tank Davis and blasted Floyd Mayweather and told the world that Floyd over there hanging like a piece of rotisserie by them oil men with that long money, got him held hostage till he get that money back. And y'all know Floyd be lying too. Floyd trying, so I've been out of town, I've been traveling the world for 2 months, but you look at Floyd, he ain't got no haircut or nothing, and he sent him there, and then Bill Kane said, oh, what account you on? Why we ain't on the Floyd Mayweather account? He said, oh, this is a guy account that I'm cool with, or that I know, this his account. Why you can't get on your own account, Floyd? Not hating on Floyd. Floyd didn't touch a lot of money, more than I probably ever seen in my life, y'all. But at the end of the day, y'all got to look at it like this. Ain't no 40-some-year-old guy who done made $500 million finna be out there doing exhibition fights. Alright, then y'all don't know about it. He sold a Bugatti, and Bugatti don't want to deal with him before because he sold a Bugatti that he had and got more off of it. Floyd going through it, but y'all don't want to believe it. And I wish nothing bad on him, but the truth is the truth. Floyd got to pay them folks their money. Them oil folks over there do not play the right.
It turns out that Floyd may have entered into a $42 million deal for a real estate portfolio called Black Spruce, but when he said he owned everything, it seems he was referring to his personal financial stake in the deal. In reality, the majority ownership of these properties remains with the original owner, meaning Floyd likely owns a portion of the investment, rather than all of it.
Now this comes amid, rumors of Floyd Mayweather being stuck in Dubai because he owes people money. And, these are coming from trustworthy sources, Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather, people who know about Floyd Mayweather's inner life. But back to TMZ. So they reported Floyd Mayweather was courtside for last night's pivotal Clippers vs. Mavericks game, but before money got to the arena, he was handing it out, blessing 3 homeless men with $30K. Now, there are no pictures, there is no video of this happening, but there is an official TMZ article, and TMZ usually gets it right. TMZ also said, we're told Mayweather began talking to the guys and decided he wanted to help, so he busted out his backpack and blessed each guy with 10 racks. I don't want to show my face, but Floyd just gave us $30,000, Reynolds, one of the men, said after receiving the gift.
As someone with a background in real estate, I can understand how these details can get confusing. It appears that Floyd owns shares in the portfolio, but the properties themselves haven't officially changed hands in the way he initially portrayed. This situation has sparked some debate, as it's unclear exactly how Floyd wants to position himself in these deals.
Turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Beyond real estate, Floyd Mayweather is known as the highest-paid boxer of all time, a title he earned not only from his remarkable performances in the ring but also from his savvy self-promotion. Since retiring from boxing in 2017, he's made high-profile purchases like mansions in Los Angeles and other luxury items that flaunt his wealth. However, despite his financial success, reports suggest that Mayweather has faced some significant financial challenges. One of the most notable issues was his $22 million tax debt, which has raised concerns about his financial management in recent years.
Regarding customs, and I'm giving you with the instruction and then please say hi to you and most welcome in Dubai. And if there is anything from Dubai police, we are happy to say.